Hi guys, it's Kay Comer in here with you, and this is Thursday morning. This is day 4 of our challenge. Let's make a mini book together. This is also take 2. My husband came in right in the middle of take 1, and I had to turn the thing off and start over. He needed a little assistance with something. Okay, let's see. We'll just go through here real quick. I'll show you what I've got on mine. This is the page that I accidentally did day before yesterday for yesterday, and then when I was showing you what I was, or telling you kind of what I was going to do yesterday for today's show and tell, I realized I had skipped a page, so I went back and did this page. So up here we have some fabric up here, just kind of crumpled up. I do that on the corners now and then. Some creepy cloth, a button, creepy cloth and a key, creepy cloth and a paper flower from Hobby Lobby. That is Paper Studio flowers. Some fabric under that. It says Old Time Religion. This says love. Love the word love. I told you yesterday I thought I was going to use this quote, and I had just written it out in pencil. Bring up a child in the way he should go. So I took it to my computer and put it on, and I forget what font I used, but I just made up a thing to fit this page. And then I distressed the edges of it. This is the little image that I showed you. I tore around it because I wanted it to be smaller to fit the page better. And here's the church, here's the steeple. Open the door and see the people. We all did that. All us older people did that when we were kids in Bible school and Sunday school and all that. This is some more of the Paper Studio flowers from Hobby Lobby. I don't like the sparkle. I wish they had a package with just the plain matte little flowers, because I love the little flowers. But anyway, this is what we have at our Hobby Lobby. Creepy cloth, some fabric, a big button, a piece of cloth across here, and I just put a tiny, tiny safety pin in there and a pearl and a button, and put a little piece of twine on there, and I distressed that twine really heavy. Some strips just kind of complementing each other back and forth across the page there. So that's what I did, and I didn't even get to this until, gosh, I bet it was 5:30 last night, because I had so much to do during the day, and then we had supper, and I had put up the corn yesterday, so we had to have corn on the cob for supper. Then I had to clean up that mess, and so I didn't get to this till late, and I still feel like I need just a little bit more on this page. I'll give it some thought today. Gosh, I don't know. I have a full day again today, but I'll see. I may do some more. This page I had done the day before. Now next is going to be the back of the book for me, and usually on these Old Country Church books I leave the back of the book plain. This is an image I saw in something ages ago, and I thought, oh, I love that. I love sepia colors and no color look and all that. So I cut that out, and I didn't have any idea what I was going to do with it. So last night I was going through my stuff, and I found this in my box, and I thought, I'm going to put that on the back of the book, but I'm not sure it goes there. I've just stuck it on there with some two-sided tape. So I may not have anything on the back of the book, but if I don't, I will still distress it some more, and I'll show it to you tomorrow. A few of you are sending me some pictures through private messenger, and even posting on our grandma page, junk journals from Grandma with Love, and posting what you're doing, and I'm just in awe of what y'all are doing. We don't have to start out knowing what we're doing. I didn't start out knowing what I was doing, and maybe next week I'll do a video and show you some of my very first books. They're not grungy at all, but they're very full, and everything I do, I try to do with kind of an inspirational, motivational touch. I just like to do that. That's just me. But so they are very warm and fuzzy, but they're just not grungy and vintage. So I may try to do that next week. I'm trying to wait on our daughter to find my quote book. I gave it to her, and it just has hundreds of quotes in it, and it is just a spiral notebook from probably Walmart that we bought 30 years ago when we were doing craft shows, and we did signs with quotes and sayings and words and things on there. And so every time we come up with a new quote, we jot it down in that book. Well, it's like a collage. It's just some of them are Annie Goggling, some of them are in a line, 1 to 25 or 30 on a page, and written in the margins and just all over the place. So she's trying to find that book. She has a craft room too. She does genealogy and some of this stuff too. So she's got lots of stuff to look through, but she'll find it. I'll try to have that for you next week too, if I possibly can. Tomorrow I'm going to post a new thread on our page, and I'd like any of you that will to post a picture or more of your work that you've done this week. Don't worry about what it looks like. If you have any questions, if you want anybody's thoughts or anything, just ask. But everybody be very kind when you reply to anybody, because we all have to start somewhere. And anybody can do what we are doing. Anybody can do what I have done here, because I taught myself everything that I have ever done. I do the Kindness Rock Project, and I'll talk about that one day too, because that's just something, anybody crafty, it's just something good for any of us to be doing. So I've taught myself all this stuff, and you all can do the very same thing. I'm just thrilled. I don't know how many are doing the books. I've gotten quite a few messages, so I'm hoping there's quite a few that have done them. And so tomorrow we'll talk about it a little bit more on the Facebook page. I will also have one more video, and talk about the project that's coming up in September, possibly, if enough of you want to do it, or even if a few of you want to do it. I think I'm going to try to do it, and I'm not even sure how easy it's going to be for me, because this is something I have never done before. So it's on the order of the book, so we're going to make a little book, but it's going to have a page, just one page like this. I don't know what size it's going to be yet, but one page like this for every day of the month of September. And you can do whatever you want to with your page. I'm going to do a motivational, inspirational quotes and things, maybe some personal thoughts, things that have happened, maybe a short story of something that's happened during that day. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, because I've got to, I'm doing this early because the fog is lifting and I've got to get into town. I don't go to town too often, and but I have to go today. I've got to try to find this taller tripod and all this. Computer. I find a lot when I go on, I'm on early in the morning. I get up about 3 or 4 o'clock every morning, and I have done that for years. I just, my mind is sharper in the morning. I mean, it's sharp all day long, and I jabber all day long, but I'm sharpest in the morning. So I do like to get up early and get as much done as I can early in the day. And I'm on the computer early in the morning, and then I'm on just for a few minutes late or right after supper time when I first sit down in the evening. And I find messages. Sometimes I'll check in during the day if it's where I can, and some days I just don't have the time. But I'm on the computer twice a day, every day. And so if you send a message and I don't respond to it right away, don't think I'm ignoring anybody, because it's just because I'm not on the computer. I don't know how these women stay on these computers all day long. My goodness gracious, don't they have work to do, like all these crazy guys on TV, all these sex offenders? Do they not have yards to mow and stuff like that? What in the dickens is going on with these men? Well, I'm off on a rabbit trail. That was a bad rabbit trail. But anyway, if you message me and I don't respond right away, don't feel bad, because I will find it sometime during that day, or if it's very late in the evening, I probably won't find it till 3 or 4 o'clock the next morning, but I will reply. I reply to every message. And if I can help you in any way, I will. I don't mind to do that at all. I want to invite everybody to find my personal Facebook page, and you can do that by clicking on my name go to Junk Journals from Grandma with Love. Join us there if you haven't already. And then click on my name, and that should take you to my personal Facebook page. And I tell a story on the personal Facebook page almost every day. It's a written story. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's inspirational. I've studied holistic health and wellness since 1977, so sometimes it's a health remedy, or just something simple that maybe bothers quite a few of us, but it's something simple that we can remedy, that we can do pretty simple. We also have a website, lovehomeandhealth.com, www.lovehomeandhealth.com, and I invite you to join us there and follow us there. There's just tons of stuff to read on there. I started out specializing in some of the worst things, because that's what I studied right off the bat. The best time to prevent cancer or any disease is before you get it. So you'll find lots of stuff like that. If I can help anybody with anything, all you have to do is holler. I'm not a medical doctor. I have no license, no degrees. But I am pretty good on most of this, pretty up on it, and it's simple stuff. I don't go into the woo-woo stuff. I do stuff that works. You know, our food and our diet and our lifestyle are what make us sick, and our diet and our lifestyle can absolutely make us well 99% of the time. So I really believe that. So tomorrow it's going to be a wrap on this. We'll talk about the September challenge. Tell all your friends about this. If you're enjoying this, or if you like the grandma page, tell your friends about it, and let's grow our site. We're going to be doing quite a bit together. We have a lot of widows on the page, and you know, just people that are alone and maybe shut-ins or whatever, disabled. I get messages from quite a few of those people, and let's just be a community where we kind of support each other, and we're there for each other, and we may be the only connection some people have every day. So let's be a positive connection. And I think Mother Teresa said in one of her quotes, and I don't know exactly how it goes, and I'm so rushed, but she says, be kind to everybody. First of all, your husband and your children, and, you know, everybody in your household, and then spread out to your next door neighbor, and then the people you meet on the street, and never leave anybody without leaving them feeling happier and better than they were right before they ran into you. Now, I'm not a social butterfly, but I'm not real good at that, but I am real good at fixing meals and taking them and dropping them off to a shut-in, or if I see a homeless person. I wouldn't give a penny to a homeless person, I'm so sorry to say, but I have bought a ton of meals for homeless people. I've also had those meals thrown right in front of me because they wanted money, and they're not getting it from me. But I do try to do quite a bit for anybody that I can. I love to do stuff like that. But let's be a support to each other, and a positive influence on each other. Let's not have any, you know, there's no competition here. We're all in this together, and I'll help anybody do exactly what I'm doing, and I can help you make a book to look exactly like mine. Mine's not perfect either, but I can help you make one just exactly like this. Now, you may not have the time. You may want to buy from other people, Jenny Miller or whatever, or from my page, but you'll be where you can make one if you have the time and you want to. So that's it. It's a wrap. It's 12 minutes. I got to get off of here because I've got the fog is beginning to lift, and I've got to get to town and get back here. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I hope everybody goes out there and has a super duper grand and groovy zippity doo-dah day. And I hope you spread a little kindness and get a little kindness absolutely everywhere you go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience, and I love you all.